Well, Doug and Laura were part of that crowd that we all went through undergraduate together. And of course, the first time I worked with Doug and Laura together was on Marat Sod. And I believe that's when they got together. And they made a wonderful couple. They just played off of each other so well. Her electricity and his inner brilliance, it was just wonderful to be around.
He was the Roald Amundsen in Terra Nova. Fierce and in his big fur coat. You just couldn't do a play with Doug and not have a riot.
Oh yeah, the first thing you want to do the minute you get out of theater school is you want to start a theater. But everybody isn't as intrepid as Doug and Laura and the gang were.
The Circle Theater needed a place to do theater, and we couldn't afford any conventional spaces, so we talked to Joe Feely and asked him if we could do theater in his diner that we would create for his diner, and he said yes.
The first diner that I remember was, of course, in Benson, and the atmosphere was just so unique. You were so close to the audience, and you were like spitting on the audience.
It was so much fun, and that was the craziest place to ever do a show. I just didn't think it was possible. And you'd walk in there, and there'd be people sitting in all the booths and at the counter. And in the musicals, we would go up and just kick the jukebox, and the accompaniment for which we would sing a song was coming out of the jukebox every time, and that's how we start a number.
Well, I personally believe that if it wasn't for the Circle Theater, we wouldn't have the amount of theater we have in this community. They were the first group of people to create a small theater company that just was out of the love of creating the art.
And a friend of mine from Creighton was already cast and they needed a young woman. So that's how I met Doug. He was directing and immediately was just taken into the Circle Theater family, as I know they've done with dozens of other actors. And shortly after that, they asked me to start touring with their educational plays, which was such a joy. We got to do his play a lot of the time, which was fun to perform in a playwright's play with the playwright. And kids absolutely loved Doug, so everywhere we went was a good time.
Laura is just so versatile. I think that's the big thing. And when we do the Farndales, where she plays multiple characters, and I will tell you, every one of them is so distinct and has a completely different voice and accent and behavior. And then she has a dance background. Most people don't know that. And so she pulled that out in the Farndale Murder Mystery. It was hilarious. She did a little dying swan thing in her cute little maid's outfit.
What's amazing about Doug and Laura is, while continuing to keep the Circle Theater running, they also did a ton of outreach. They partnered with Campfire Girls, now completely kids, to do those two educational plays. And I know they have worked with the organization Very Special Arts, along with a lot of other places, to use their theater skills to help our community and to educate young people.
The unique interpretation and understanding of the human condition.
And I think this is a great opportunity to say thank you.
I have such admiration for those two people.
You've done so much to promote the arts and inclusion, and thank you for being you.
Oh, I get all verklempt. I'm proud that I've got to work with both of you and love you.
And he just says, "C'est la vie," and somebody else on stage says, "La vie."